Oh, hey, Inferno. Thanks for stopping by. Oh, God. I'm sorry. It looked like it peaked really loudly just then. Hopefully it didn't hurt your ears. Okay. We're finally in the home stretches. We have like 23 years left. And we're just gonna, I don't know what we're gonna do. I guess we're going to need to solidify the empire somewhat. It'd be nice if he became emperor, but honestly, it's not looking like it's even feasible anymore. Has one vassal here. Hi, how's it going? We could probably get some territory off this. Oh, and you know what we need to do is we need to oust the British from the continent. I think that should be our last goal of the campaign. It is interesting that I think this used to be our territory. Yeah, I think it did. Did it? Yeah. Last session, I expanded a bunch in a bunch of different places. I annexed Serbia, but then Russia came in and took territory. Some things never change, right? Hey, Term, how's it going? So now we are in the final stretches here. It would be nice if we could restore our territory here, but then we need to face off against the largest manpower reserved and largest army count Russia imaginable. The only way that we can defeat them is by getting the emperorship, but imperial authority is rapidly waning, and it's very unlikely that we'll be able to improve it. The only way I can think of is working against England, so that's what we're going to try to do. We have an alliance with Scotland, which means that we could station troops in here and then attack them from over there. That's the only way that we'd be able to do it because of how powerful I made their navy. So it might be the safer option just to stay on the mainland and take out Normandy and France. We have permanent claims on the entire French region, so it makes sense for us to go after the French in that way. We're like pressing our claim. And there's heretic princes like the Galician Anglicans that we could take care of. There's also the colonial empire to worry about, like the Peruvians. We still have a truce with them, but if we manage to take them over, then we'll have a big colony here. If we fight the British, then we'll be able to take over this Brazilian vassal of theirs, these protectorates, take those. It's really unfortunate that Russia has all those territories. Chile is very big. I almost kind of want to keep them that way. It could be pretty interesting. Take Cameroon. I think Cameroon's impossible to take. Oh, no, it looks like Revolutionary Flanders is trying to get it. Yeah, oh, wait, no, here, Cameroon, you're right. We should take Cameroon. I don't know if we'll be able to keep it, but it is a good idea. So, yeah, as you can see, the empire is in a bit of a mess right now. It's not even an empire; it's still an archduchy. We should probably consider changing that, but then again, maybe that's a good narrative change for the Victoria 3 campaign. But I'm not even sure if I'd want to do Victoria 3. It could end up being that we do Victoria 2 instead. Only problem is that I don't think Victoria 2, in Victoria 2, you can rival the Netherlands. I also have permanent claims on them, so it could be good. The only thing about Victoria 2 is that I don't think you can form the Holy Roman Empire, which would be a shame because of the fact that we were basically playing as the Holy Roman Empire this whole time. So I'm just gonna send two boyos over there to colonize. Yeah, so we incorporated Greater Verona, so we have all these as core territories. We ran out of administrative power, so we have this Thracian march, which makes sense because we're protecting against the Abbasids. Can we form the German Confederation? We could do that in Victoria 2 or 3. And that is something that we'll have to do with, honestly, great difficulty, it seems like. But, yeah, we don't have much manpower, so we are not going to be able to do a lot this last session. But maybe because of how powerful our vassals are, we'll be able to still have a presence. I think, oh, nice. One of the reasons why we got so, what? Are we improving relations with Korea? Look at, oh yeah, because of the Castilian colonial empire, we have a lot of little territories that we didn't know about. Castilian Natal, for example. And that's a Scottish, it's a Scottish colony there. Should we go for the, I don't know what to do about them. Let's see here. Yes, but we need to, one thing I do know that I really want to do, it's kind of humiliating. We need to get the Enlightenment. We could get it if we take a lot of loans, but we're losing a lot of money. Part of the reason why we're losing a lot of money is because we are using it on our military. We have corruption that we're not really taking down. So I thought that if we made Venice our end node, that we would get more money, but it doesn't seem like we have a lot going for us here. Diplomatic reputation, 50% cost. Administrative advisor, these are court. Philip becomes Swabian? No. How offensive. Yeah, I think that is worth it. Hopefully it is. Uh-oh, the Greeks are rising up in Constantinople. Looks like we need to remind them of their place. It's a good sign that we're getting ahead of tech on military. And wait, William van Pentersheim from Revolutionary Flanders. So Flanders lost it, and now they're trying to get it back. It seems like we might not be able to do it. Minus 50 a year due to tropical. Yeah, look at that. Seems like it's a just game mechanics wise impossible thing to do, which sucks. But yeah, the Greek culture is a lot more prominent in this timeline, as you can see, due to it being Crusader Kings. Antilles. Oh, that's... yeah, let's do that. So, if we do this, then we'll be able to dunk on the British more. If we fight them, might as well just bring these guys down here, huh? If we... might as well try to colonize that, right? Where did our two guys go? Over there. Okay, so we have Constantinople back, but we need to seriously reduce the military spending. Our army has seen better days. Yeah, we faced the revolution. We had to like really increase our stability. Hungarian privileges. Oh my god. The fact that they took that is so frustrating. Like as soon as I switched off the vanilla what is it? Disaster fired for the Austrians, and they just immediately went Hungarian, even though Hungary never had that problem. So we have a infertile mother, but our child is fertile. Hmm. 20 years to abdicate. So like in 1820 we could abdicate and then get a better heir. Interesting. I don't know if I want to do that though, because it's a lot of stability loss. But then again, is stability even going to be an issue? Tuscany's fighting attacker against... Huh? That's interesting. This is also a cluster F. Russian territories here, British territories here. East Franconia. Yeah, okay, good. Hesse revived this, but now they're a vassal. So our like rival in the German unification will be Hesse then. Unless we can break them apart, but like we have a truce with everybody because of the coalition war. They have like no aggressive expansion opinion modifiers, even though we took Castile because of the way that we handled that. Oh, they annexed Normandy. If we do a coalition war... Oh, no, okay, so we don't even have a big enough coalition. But we have the men to take them. But I think I want to, like... I think my plan is to fight Peru. Doesn't look like we'll be able to take all their land. Unless we improve our absolutism. Which, how do we do that? Oh yeah, we have to root out heresy, but I don't think we can even do that. Yeah, we have a truce. And that would be terrible if we... Well, we could vassalize them and force... Should we do that? Seems like kind of a silly thing, but might as well. Do the diplomatic route. We are the Austrians. Like, that's our truce to Peru, speaking of diplomatic route. It's just a lot of money to be losing. I don't understand why it's so much. What are we spending it on? Fort maintenance. Kind of want heavy forts. Not so useless fort. This is kind of useless. That's useful. That's useless. That is useful. That is useful. Yeah. We can mothball this navy. Have this navy doing trade for a profit in Crimea. Interesting. Yeah, okay. We want Thracian to pass their trade power. Enable divert trade. Enable embargo rivals. Divert trade should be really good on our subjects here. Yeah, I think that really improved it. Oh, look at that. We're in the positives by a lot now. Is that really all it was? Yeah, I guess so, because now like 77% trade. Yeah, that's definitely what it was. I'm glad we have that solved. Now we can actually afford our war with Peru. Maybe even we'll, is it 50% aggressive expansion, 50% cost for those 4 provinces. They have all these claims, which is 100% cost. Those cores are 75% cost. Imperialism is 75% cost. I think we'll just go with that. I think it's the safest route. We should probably call on Chile, but then that calls in Colombia. No, it always would have called in Colombia. I want to reclaim Austria, Hungary, Peru, Colombia. 50% prestige, 25% cost for all adjacent colonies. Oh, interesting. Okay. Imperialism, I think, is the way to go. When did Cuba... Oh, we supported their independence. Look at that. So we supported their independence, and because England didn't want to fight a war with us, they accepted. So that's really good eye there, and now we have an ally in the region. Ta-da! And why is there Revolutionary Flanders in here? Did they just, like, sell it to them? Are they just selling all their territory right away? It's a little anticlimactic. Coalition only Austria-Hungary. Oh my god, is that the... Oh my god, Russia has the Panama Canal. What the heck? Russia has the Panama Canal. Are you seeing this? That is so cool. Oh my god. I can't believe it. Okay, well, I think we do need to go in and do a big colonial war here. I just don't know, like, didn't I have... Yeah, so this republic has all these cores. We can get all those cores back. We can get more territory back. We're going to call in Peru as an ally. We have the forces. Oh yeah, and we have the Castilian colonial powers. So we'll just let's do this because we have Castile on our side now. I'm not too worried about this anymore. This is a big colonial war here, but you know what? It's a good pastime. But we should probably make sure that we have enough time to still go in on the British. What is this? Peace internally in the empire. That won't last. Oh yeah, Russian Columbia as a protectorate of Columbia is very interesting. Look at that, nice. Shouldn't we like annex Russian Columbia? Like, it's kind of pathetic that they still exist. Revolutionaries in Sweden. Don't really want that. Definitely don't want those in Spain. Oh. Underestimated the them. Not good. We have 100k troops up there. Is Colombia this timeline's America? It is kind of grand, eh? So maybe we do need to worry about them. Well, let's take our mothballed navy and then we can transport all those guys over. Probably not all those guys. There's not nearly enough infantry. That's a decently measured army, so we can go back there. I thought about the whole like claiming Spain thing. It's not too far off. Like, it is something that we actually have a decent claim for. If you remember the Crusader Kings 3 part of the campaign, we had a entire branch of the dynasty that was in there. So our dynasty does have a claim to the area. So. Russian Columbia annex core. Wait, no, you need to core it. It should just go to Austrian Columbia. Austro-Hungarian Colombia? Hmm? Okay, that's a little odd, but I'll core it then, I suppose. It's interesting that we have all these like colonial Dutch that we had to manage. 50 ducats, let's go. Call an ally, Cuba. Cuba. Okay. Now, what is going on? Huh? Everyone's just buying islands off of Cuba. What is this? This is so weird. Like, they become independent and then everyone's just like, give me an island, give me an island. Look at the Russian territories right now. Colonial Russia is probably one of the most terrifying things that I've ever manifested. It's free real estate. Like, it's like the you know, a good an allegory is the collapse of the Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth, when they just sold all their, or at least the local lords sold their allegiance to everybody around them. Was that Cuba going in on them? Like, how did we get that? Austria, Hungary, and Peru should be getting this stuff. Let's restore order over here, huh? Sorry if I'm a little chill, I'm just trying to take it chill. 1,300 ducats. Oh my god. Enlightenment's right there. Like, should we, just for the purpose, wait. Why is revolutionary, what? Revolutionary Normandy is now independent? Bourbon is now reconquering revolutionary Normandy? I suppose we are going to also attack them. What happened there? Did the English lose a war recently or something? Because now it seems really odd. Did Cuba win against them and then force a peace deal? But we would have been invited into the war. I really don't know what's going on here. What I want to see is Africa declaring independence. It'd be nice if we could take Africa for ourselves and then get Northern Africa. Not much benefit to that, but you know what? If we're entering the Victorian era now, I want to be doing stuff like that. Okay, here we go. Now we're attacking from the north. Where's their capital? Is it Alençon? Oh, there. Probably shouldn't use the crushed revolution casus belli. Hopefully it doesn't go away when the revolution's crushed, when they lose. But, yeah, it's this English, the fate of England in this is very interesting. But I do want to crush them. It'd be nice if we could even take all of North America. Doubt that'll last. 45. So the Batours won their revolution. Tyrona. Who are you, Tyrona? Tyrona. Can I transfer you to Austria-Hungary and Colombia? No. This is another one of those thing here. Caribbean crowns backing the conquistadors. I know who you are. Is there another tech? Yeah, there is. There's still more tech to take. You sound like somebody I know who is constantly evading bans and stuff. It's probably nothing. Probably not the same guy. Yeah, I don't have any thoughts about your timeline, though. I'm focused on the stream. What's going on here, though? I can probably get this to Austria, Hungary, and Colombia, so I want to transfer that. Austria, Hungary, and Colombia. Okay, cool. Then we're cool. Yeah, if you talk about it more in my Discord, I'll be able to give you more feedback and ideas and thoughts then. No, it's not your fault. Don't worry about it. Ideally, I'd be able to help everybody with their timelines, and everyone will be able to be satisfied and happy. But at the same time, we aren't. I'm not able to do that. We could vassalize Croatia. Keep an alliance. Oh. Interesting. Interesting. They have the same dynasty as that's interesting. And they have claims and all that, and now they're the emperor. They could push those claims. It's nice and relaxing to listen to the EU4 music, but at the same time, I'm really glad that we're going to be stopping it soon. So, Austro-Hungarian Peru has cores on the protectorate. Austro-Hungarian Peru doesn't have cores on this stuff, but it's very clearly Peruvian. It's nice that we're dunking on Colombia period. They're the primary guys though, so we need to take Peru out first. We didn't break down the walls, but we can't do that. It's been a rough week. But things will hopefully get better after Easter. There's a lot of different monuments that we could have upgraded. Surprised that we didn't even upgrade this when it's such a good thing to have, that defensiveness. I guess we didn't build up nearly enough of an economy with Austria, but I guess that is just kind of part of the course, huh? Yeah, there's a lot of troops up here. We are adding pressure by occupying this stuff, but I want to take all of the cores off of Peru. Ideally, we could full annex Peru, but it doesn't seem like we'll be able to do that. Let's just say that we did this, though. Yeah. One province. Is that because we haven't occupied? No, it's probably because of. If I took away land. Yeah, it's. Yeah, sorry. I wish I could be giving more constructive and interesting commentary right now, but yeah, I don't know. I'm just trying to get through at the end of this campaign, at least the EU4 section, but it could even be the entire thing. Viewership hasn't been that good, and I don't even know if I'd make it into a main video on the main channel at this point. But I really liked this campaign. I wanted to make sure that I honored it. Felt like I was dishonoring everything by not working at it. So Austria-Hungarian Colombia immediately released Quito as a protectorate. This the way that this mod works that helps with plausibility for Victoria 3, but I don't know how it works. I had to do a lot of shenanigans in Russia. Also, look at how big Russia is. Dang. Did they take territory off of the Dutch? I could have sworn that they did. Yeah, look at that. They took Vladivostok. That didn't used to be Russian. They used to be Dutch. So the Dutch have been losing territory off of the Russians. That's pretty big. It's all those wars that we did, huh? As the British to weaken the Holy Roman Empire. So Chile... Tirana. I think some of the stuff were colonies that we had seized from us by Peru, so it's a little sad. It's bad taste in the mouth. Oh, look at that. That's a coal province. Hopefully that translates into Victoria 3. It'll be nice having a varied colonial empire. It'll be a little weird having a bunch of the territory administered by the Castilians, but... Yeah, see, look, that was a colony of ours that they took. This is Austrian. So we can seize those colonies and expand our colony there. Anybody on the Twitch chat around still? Yeah, okay. It seems like it's just you term, as usual. That's fine. What is this? Okay, interesting. Yikes. But, yeah, react against reactionaries. So what's happening with Normandy? Can we like vassalize them and then dunk on Bourbon? That could be fun. We can. But I don't know if I want to just do that. I don't know. We'll see how the other pieces piece out. But Athenian and Pisa? Why Athenian? I don't get that at all. Okay. There, okay. The forces of Bourbon forced them to not be a reaction monarchy. Okay, we now fully occupy them. We could only vassalize them because of the way that it worked out. We could go to war with Bourbon and take some territory. We go to war with the Dutch too, and maybe give this stuff to. Well, the Dutch don't really have anything that we want though. Well, Dutch East Africa will be interesting. Dutch China, of course, as well. Just the manpower issue, and we need to like save our manpower for when we're fighting the British. And it'd be nice if we had strong allies against them, but there's a lot of things going on at once. It's hard to keep track. It's a good thing we have all these vassal stacks and allies to manage everything. Oh, nope. Okay. Where's the forced march button? Do I need to have a general? This could be good. Coastal desert, it's not a mountain. But, you know what? I think we have better mill tech. No, we have the same. What? How do they just demolish our army like that? Oh my god. The Chileans are actually really powerful. Okay. Gotta blockade them. Maybe get them out of the war. Are these... Is Russia about to make a Patagonian? Oh my god. I guess the Prussians taught the Chileans how to fight way earlier. Time traveling Prussians, my biggest fear. I really want these cores off of them, but hopefully they translate into... Oh my god, what? What? No, that's not allowed, especially when we're infertile. Oh no. Austrian succession war, that would be something. Let's send these Chileans over, these guys over to the Chileans. Whoa. Russo-Austrian detente. Really? They want all of our provinces, though. Well, you know, it is interesting to have that. So I'll see if we can do a detente. Slow march over there. What is France doing? March of England. They are attacking Flanders against the Flanders in the Flanders annexation war. We could demand that they stop that and then make it a defensive war. I don't know how beneficial it'd be to start a defensive war. I don't think it really changes anything. Hopefully these occupations with those troops will help things, so we can peace out Chile, so that we can peace out Peru. This super big fort on the coast there, it's a big rough thing there. Peru's Austrian primary culture? No. They just took another one of our freaking colonies. Oh my god. We didn't even take that one colony, did we? Yeah, the Chilean colony is still there. So we should take that. Oh, okay, it got raised, I suppose. Do 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 do. Okay. Why is Austro-Hungarian Colombia controlling... hold on, I need to do this. That was a mistake. Why is that going to Austria-Hungary and Colombia though? It's not in the same colonial region. It's in Peru. So when I assimilated it, why did it go to Austria-Hungary and Colombia? I don't get it. I also don't understand what all those naval problems are. Oh, it's the Colombian Navy. Okay, Colombia. Give all of the core territories of my colonial administrations back to my colonies, not to Brazil. Okay. Now what else can I take? There we go. Terrible Moesia. What is going on? What do you mean, Moesia? What is this? I said return cores. Moesia didn't do this. Did they occupy it and now Moesia has? Doesn't make any sense. Oh, God. Okay, do I just have to seize land? Seize land. Canelios. Seize land. Putomanos. Seize land. Caqueta. Okay, what about Austro-Hungarian Colombia? Austro-Hungarian Brazil. Okay, yeah. Peru, yeah. Okay, but literally you have cores on this territory and this went to Austro-Hungarian Colombia. Okay, I need to find this out. How do I, what's the cheat code for, taking a province? Annex country tag. Province. Add core, add claim. Add prosperity, assimilate. Control, change controller. Is the controller that I have to do? Control 806. Yeah, that's just occupations. Integrate. Should I just annex Austria-Hungary and Colombia? Because this is like this is really weird. Or do I need to change to tag C18 and then assimilate 809, assimilate 806, assimilate 8726, 8727? I guess, yeah, that looks a lot better. Even if Austro-Hungarian Peru is awful. There. Moesian Liberty Desire is really high. Just fuck that there. I know you fought really hard overseas, but you're not having a colonial territory, okay? Okay, Austro-Hungarian Colombia is colonizing. We can colonize now. So let's do that. Let's get these. Oh, well, I guess this is we can still navigate. Because our colonies are big enough, we get an extra merchant. Let's see if we can pull from here. You know, the fact that there's still a bunch of Catholics over here feels like it's time for a crusade. Am I right, guys? Oh yeah, right. England is fighting a bunch of people in the defense of Flanders. Maybe that we don't even need to fight them. Is attacking two different people, or Mamluks is an ally of theirs. Yeah, well, look at that. Oh, excuse me. We can go in on Africa. We can full annex them. Yeah, we can literally full annex them. Yeah, we're gonna do that. Colin Congo. Not going to do that, but we are going to take their capital. Our navy, our overseas navy is here. We're going to keep this garrison here. We're going to take a lot of our garrison and move it somewhere else. We should probably find a way to fight the British, especially when they're weakened. Distracted, but we're also now fighting Africa so that we can fight the Batours, so that we can have a very big empire map paint and get a bunch of stuff. And it's like, oh no, but think about the game balance. It's okay, well, I thought about game balance and look at how big I made Russia. Maybe we'll just, but no. It would be nice if we had an actual United States of America, and they have 61%. There you go. Okay, now this is going to be interesting. We could play as the United States. I always thought that we'd play like a, oh my god, 80% Liberty Desire, and what? That's really high. Okay. Revolutionary England could have a succession crisis. That would be interesting too. So despite our detente, they still loathe us. Alright. Here's our troops. Let's go over here. Castile's already on it. Nice. Thank you, Own Private. Sorry, Term. I just saw your messages. Thanks for those. I was just yapping and you were answering my questions. I had 10 relations now. Oh yeah, Normandy vassal. We should definitely go on a Bourbon for those cores. And our claims. Like, wouldn't it be nice if we had a interconnected empire? Probably should annex Alsace for that reason. At least 2 provinces off them have a really stupidly long name. Let's do it. There's so much map painting I'd want to do. Castilian, Swedish. Do I need to integrate any vassals? Can I integrate any vassals? Let's revoke March on Slavonia and then integrate them. If we can, even before the game ends. I think they're small enough. Molestia is pretty big. It would look better name-wise, though, if we got rid of them. Maybe not for that, though. Oh, they have a core on something we could take. Dalmatia. We should definitely go on Dalmatia. They have no allies. Kind of a no-brainer, huh? Oh, the no-brainer is because we literally cannot do that yet. So it's not that bad. Yeah, so we developed monsters in this campaign. Maybe now that we are supporting the independence of the 13 colonies, they will also peacefully... Oh, wait, no, they are independent already. Oh my god, okay. Newfoundland, are you feeling rebellious? Not yet. Louisiana, are you feeling rebellious? No. It would be nice if we annexed the Louisiana and stuff for a bigger Castilian Louisiana. This like Russian Canada is exactly what I wanted, but it's also very scary. Especially look how big Russia and vast Russia is. It's like insane. Now we can actually take them. Oh, and we can also take Croatia too. Again, wars in the Balkans, I can't help myself. Elector Anton, so we don't even have a husband? So it's literally just this woman without an heir. Like, what would happen if there's no heir? Are we gonna fight the Congo at all? Forgot that was the thing. Also, we don't have a choice of these guys anymore. So we can cleanse that heresy. Look at all these wars. I thought it was gonna be peaceful. Like, I guess we're just picking fights that we know we can win. Revolutionary Bithynia, vassal of Nordmark. We have a core on their vassal. We could just take all that stuff. Maybe we should be taking Holstein though. All these armies spread all over the place. It's interesting for sure. Where did our navy end up going? Over here? Maybe we should go over here. So, 13 colonies is white, not because it's my vassal, but because it doesn't have an identity as a vassal's overlord yet. Piratical separatists. Holy shit. New Providence. Oh, pirates. There's the pirates, you guys. Oh my god, they even have the... Look at the... Oh, it's so beautiful. They're getting cores on everything. Oh, they're going to Puerto Rico. I think that navy's about to suppress them. Oh, wait, no. No. Antillean separatists. What is going on? This is so cool. Grenada is a 63-year-old that's about to die. Navarra and Iceland. They hate us, but we could, get a little free, maybe a cheeky little annexation. 13 colonies is a monarchy. Who's their monarch? Fernando. What? Fernando the American? Okay, yeah, alright. They were too impatient. Now we gotta deal with this. Luxembourg needs root out heresy in Luxembourg. It's really not worth it. Prestige of at least 30? We could probably... Why are we losing so much? Counter-revolution? Uncontested cores? Maybe we can't do that. Mahi Trade Company? We're not going to expand that. I guess we're going to say that we'll purge heresy, but then probably won't end up purging heresy. If we had Hellas as a vassal, we would have cores on all of the Latin Empire, but I don't want that. Especially when we have so much more space now. Is this just a tech thing? Our navy is here now. So if we just occupy them out, they should be good to go. Another bunch of revolutionaries. Here, pitter patter on the stairs. Bourbon sent us an insult. Oh my god. Okay, now we have to dunk on them. Like, I don't make up the rules, right? Like, they are effing around and they're going to be finding out. Should we make a Congo protectorate? Can we even do that? Maybe not when they're so big, but could we get a Luango protectorate? No. Let's just let them be. Congo is a silly place. Just get them out of the war. Austro-Hungarian vassal of... Let's let them... Just for the convenience of having them attached already. Now we can do the peace. Now we can full annex Africa and then release it as a vassal. And then we can go on the Batours. Now that we have this, we have a land connection to the Mamluks. You still have a bunch of Catholic land. Like, I don't get that at all. If we got these two provinces, that'd be cool, but also completely useless. Also, why did we just full annex this when we're going to be in a bunch of endless wars? Okay, but there's still... They are really small wars. We just need to wait until... that it's over, I suppose. Bring these guys home. They're still in their death war. 13 colonies are still independent. Russian East Pacific Company is expanding rapidly. Russian New Mexico is a crazy thing to say out loud. It looks like the Russians are suppressing the pirate separatists, which is a damned shame. But they're able to do that because they have the Panama Canal. I can't believe that is true as well. It's a very interesting thing going on here. Peru's now fighting Chile in the nationalist war. So Chile's gonna like annex Peru. Interesting. We don't want revolutionaries in our... Basically, it's like one of the most integral parts of our dynastic empire is the Kingdom of Sicily. These guys can help suppress that. Did they get a personal union on? No, they didn't. Why are we losing so much manpower again? Oh my god. I really can't believe that we're infertile and we don't have an heir. And we're not getting any events. At least she's kind-hearted, but really, like... we're not... Shlonen? Yeah, whatever. Congratulations. You love us, that's great. We own Shayland, though. We own Shayland, though. What? Unlawful territory of what? What? Skane? What the hell? So because I transferred territory to my vassal, they're like, nuh-uh. Dismantle the revolution and take enough province. Nope. Should have thought of that, I guess. Too many vassals. Probably should be starting to try to integrate these vassals. Also eliminate the Cuban alliance. Like I like them, but I also can't be on their side. Bregenz gets global trade? Like, why don't we have global trade already? What? Enlightenment, is it spreading? Or is the cost just decreasing for reasons beyond my feeble mind's understanding? 17K in the whole own province idea country tag. Okay. Thank you for looking that up. I will do that next time. So I want this to go to Revolutionary Slavonia. Also, the fact that we've been at war all this time means that the autonomy in those territories is not going to go down anytime soon, which is unfortunate. What else is unfortunate is the fact that they still are being sieged out. Independent Latin Empire is also going to be really annoying to have to manage. Whatever, just let them exist. I'll probably let them have some, like, this territory. I'll take that one. Just trying to think of ways I can make the map look a little better when I convert everything. I know how to... I have a tool that can like, edit Victoria 2 saves really easily. But then Victoria 3 has a really interesting simulation, but then again, maybe it's going to be way too... Wow. Russian West Indies. They literally now have a tag for that. That's terrifying. And it's French. What is this timeline, man? This is so weird. Austria, Hungary, Peru, claiming all that stuff, having cores and all that stuff. What is going on, my guy? Do we move all those cannons up? Yeah, so that should hopefully be faster. This war has been going on forever. Takes a while for things to happen in Victoria 3. Yes, it is not a nothing ever happens, but it takes a long time for something to happen. Game. We can take these. We can core these. We can do that. So thank God. House of... That was hard, but we managed to pull through, so yay. The line is safe. I think that it helps that we have 50% extra. It like literally counteracts the infertility one. Catalonia. We could core Catalonia. That's interesting. Your mother was a hamster and father smells of elderberries. I understand that reference. Because I'm old. We have a core, but it's only one core. They also hate us, so if we make them not a march, they'll be upset. We are going to keep Croatia around. We lost a claim on mainland English. Okay. They're losing it by 56. What the heck? So now the independent kingdom of the 13 colonies is having a revolution. This is a very strange timeline. English Louisiana being so isolated from the rest of everything too really makes me want to just go in there and screw things up. Maybe I can, you know what? I don't need to do things directly. I can just get Austria, but no, I can't because it's not my colony. If it was my colony, I could tell Castilian Louisiana to go to war with the English Louisianans. Instead, I can only do take colony. But I do want to do that, though. But then again, I don't get to... It takes a lot more for me to take France, but are they even going to have any mainland things? But if I do any other conflicts, it'll be like... Revolutionary England is now the naval hegemon. Yeah, so there's no way we're going to be occupying mainland stuff. So there's no take capital, take capital, take capital, take core, Tuvalu. What? Oh, right, because of that island. Just don't worry about that. So that took forever. That's all I wanted to do. Is that it? Embrace enlightenment. Oh my god. Hooray! Dutch are no longer a rival for us. Okay, well, hooray. Now, so the Bourbonese literally insulted us. We can take vassals off of Lower Lotharingia. Oh yeah, we can release a vassal of Africa. And they have cores even on Abbasid territory. So there's actually a precedent for us to go to war with the Abbasids. But the fact that the French throne is something that, like, we need to connect this territory. Like, just barely enough is enough for that exclave to be handled. We should really take Alsace too. Also, apparently, we still need to do this. If we call on Alsace, that's a lot of allies. Or is it that many, really? Not particularly. Okay. Lower Lotharingia, Bourbon, Alsace. What is going on here? Okay, so the Russians managed to keep their Republican government. Sweden exists. We have this. The flying shuttle. We're modernizing our economy. We have 10 years left. Okay, so England immediately lost their hegemony because they lost a war to Flanders. Flanders took all that French territory. But we could go in on just Paris. That's a good war goal. Just take Paris. Then we also take English Louisiana. Then we could also go to war with Flanders, who is just guaranteed has guarantees of independence. We can take capital. And it's our old territory, so I'm fine with that. Let's do this first. We already have the Egyptian vassal, African vassal. Before we do this, we need to revoke the march of this. Don't think we'll be able to integrate them, so it might not even been worth doing. Can we even integrate anything? We could integrate Sicily, but I don't understand what the point of that would be. Normandy, we like just got them as a vassal, but we could do it if we are fast enough. If we end the war at a specific time, we could fight for Berry. I think Berry having this, but then again, having all of that is really good too. So Paris being there is a little weird, but that's fine. We can make that war a little later, or no, we should be doing it now. Take Paris. Okay. Scotland won't join because they're in debt. But we could pay that debt. Then we can call them into the war. But if we're going to do that, then we should take some navy over. I know that I was saying that this wasn't the best idea, but it's content. So let's get these navy transports over here. This is our Sicily garrison now. These are our Castilian garrisons. We want to be taking those territories too that they took off there. Revolutionary Normandy, Castile, leading junior partner. If we had more territories here, we could turn them into a incorporated vassal. I don't know how much the benefit that is though. So I'm not gonna worry about that. Our Chilean is done. Peru might be even beating the Chileans. It's interesting. We also, yeah, we really need to go to war with Britain. There's just so many areas here that are problems. Also, like the entirety of English Mexico. Oh, look, there's the United States. Revolutionary Iowa. Here's the Kingdom of the United States. Okay. Interesting. Where's our navy? Here it is. Let's get this, not this. These guys, I suppose. It'd be nice if we could, like, vassalize them. It'd be nice if we could be the Holy Roman Empire, but, like, I don't know. Red Horde, yeah. Look at that. There they go, Red Horde. Russia has cores on that stuff that they lost somehow. Red Horde existing to this day is one of the coolest things. Revolutionary Highest down. I really want to take out the Abbasids, but they're really powerful. So I asked for military access, but what is it? I need to fleet basing rights. So now I can base the fleet. Okay, so now I have an army here. Okay, here it is. We have 9 years to do this. I don't know if we'll be able to do it. Here it is. The big war. You could say it'd be the war to end all. Reaction. Nice. Oh, so we get counter-revolution as long as the revolution exists. Interesting. So the Navy's still gonna be a real big problem. And I still want to... I need to go to war with Bourbon now. For Brugge and Ghent. 50 cost, but we still want this stuff too. We have claims on all of it. Just doing good old imperialism. Mutually call in Bourbon for our Normandy claims, and we are losing an army over there. Yikes. We might be able to win that still. Thank God. Okay. But, as I was saying, imperialism, call in Bourbon, go. We could potentially take these out to round out the borders a bit. Have a Balkan-based empire. Our goals with England are to have them... Basically, these guys I just sent over to just die, I suppose. Maybe we can try escaping this navy over to the Baltic. But the goal is Paris, and we already lost the goal, so that's interesting. Also, I have no manpower, so this truly is a YOLO moment. Look at all those forts in Normandy that we bought. Moesia is going to be really upset with us. Surely we would win that fight. Yeah, there you go. Just wait for those guys to leave. Nice. There's a lot of forts in England. We could get some troops in northern France to go up to Scotland if we have the right amount of navigation, but now we're also at war with the Dutch. So that doesn't really make sense. Sorry, I'm just really locked in right now. Okay, so Revolutionary Croatia doesn't like us. Revolutionary Normandy could like us. The fact that like vassals can become revolutionary is very odd. Also, they're scared to engage us in the Highlands, so I suppose that's good. It's nice that we're also getting coal as a trade good now. I think that the fact that we embrace Enlightenment will make our literacy in Victoria 3 to be way higher. Or it's the universities, and in that case that's not the best, but... Also, the vassal limit doesn't matter as soon as we convert, so if we end up taking all of these vassals down here, I wouldn't mind that. A nice round out in the Balkans. We probably just need to like clean up through attacking Mantinia and the Latin Empire, especially now that these guys are revolutionary. Nobody wants to vote for us. It's just the way it is, I suppose. English Louisiana needs to be subjugated. But also, I really want Mexico. So, can we move these troops up? Yes, we can. Let's do that. Seems like the colonial empire is has a little more to be desired, although the Castilian and Louisianas are still trying to do stuff. What was that? Okay, that's our Iberian front. Very good, very good. Wow, they just took over Dijon right away. Algerian separatists? Okay. Vanité, good. It's interesting that Normandy is now like somebody we care about as a completely different nation. When we were like feeding it cores earlier too. Norman separatists? Yeah, well, I don't know, man. We were trying to help you with that. So, oh, they got the confidence to attack Sutherland. There goes our mainland. Oh my god. Okay, so all their vassals just infiltrated us. Let's convert the Protestants. 8 years left. Might be worth going over the years just to get the war concluded in a reasonable way, and then. Ooh, Bavaria is going in on Tuscany because because they're vassal personal union. Interesting. It's nice having a big Sicily. Should I build? I guess universities. The core lands of the empire. For sure. Constantinople University could be good. I know that in the conversion we have this to deal with, so there. I like how Languedoc is a regional power. I don't like how Gascony was. I guess now it's the Provence. Provence for me feels like it makes a little more sense. I don't know why. It's a very high development area too. Okay. Belgrade's converted. Why can't we convert this guy? Religious zeal. And these guys are currently handling it. Yeah, we won't even be able to integrate them until 1936. They're just chilling. We engaged this guy directly, but not Bourbon, so give Normandy their cores back. Give me Berry. And maybe these two things will look cheeky. Make the borders look better anyway. Coalition's kind of big though, so just Barry. Alright, I can live with that. There we go. Austria, Hungary, and France. It'd be funny to get a coalition right when the game ends and then they can't do anything about it. Like, maybe it'll be a problem for us in the next game. I don't think so, though. We shouldn't be converting, we should be coring. Because that probably matters more to the AI. Okay, what's going on here? Yeah, so English Louisiana is now being dumpstered. I would want you to give me Paris. And Artois. I didn't know you had that too. I would want you to... Is there like a concede Louisiana? No, I guess not, because it's not our vassal. But I would want you to give this land up to me, though. Like, this stuff. It's a lot, though. Just English Louisiana is so weird. Like, I really don't want it to exist. But we might just have to let it exist. The vassal swarm is winning. It'd be nice to get these, the Balkans as our natural sphere. Seven more years. It's almost over. They're occupying Sweden. Somehow they got all the way over there. It's not much for it, I suppose. Boom. They're spreading revolutionary ideals in our subjects. We took over Sealand. We control the war goal, and that's Paris, so very good that we got it that way. Although we can't really usually do we can't do the usual thing, though. Like Rebbe separatists? Oh yeah, we have all these cores against the Baturs and we're not using it. But we have like a big army that we can send to multiple places at once. But we have only 6 years, 7 years, 6 years to do anything. So I guess it doesn't make sense for us to do all these wars. The African one's a little odd anyway, so I'll just let it be. Or screw it, why not going on them? They have no allies. I can't help myself. What's no? What do you mean, Barry? You want me to give Barry back? No. How else am I supposed to walk between these territories? Boom. Oh. I'm pre-verbal now. Look. Surely you can fight at that 52k stack. I guess there's another 42k stack there. Understandable why you'd be... Okay, well, that's a lot of troops, actually. Okay. Everybody come down and help the African front. Oh my god, it's World War II. All over again. We can peace out the Dutch. Just give me money. Can we peace out you? Austro-Hungarian vassal. 79, really. I guess you weren't a co-belligerent. It's a shame, because those are really obnoxious. But if we form Germany, we'll get them anyway. Cantabria. Why did the Dutch have a piece of Wales? Oh my god. I think they have permanent claims on it and they just went to war. I guess. And I want French territory. In fact, I want all of your land. I could do that and then have a coalition against me. I could just take the French land and people would still hate me. I guess this is what happens when you declare war on a bunch of people at the same time. But I can't take any land off of the no, I can. It's just a shame because I want to take all of that, but they probably won't let me. So we can't. Okay. We need to occupy these forts. Yeah, that was to be expected to be. I'm not upset about them leaving that. Surprised they stayed for that long. Full sieged. Why do we have troops over here? Why are they all... What the heck? Nice. That's a good catch. I don't want these guys to be involved in the war anymore. But we're sieging them out anyway, I guess. I don't know what to do with this British war. Oh. This is nice, but also pointless. Unless I somehow become the elected emperor. Which is incredibly unlikely. Considering how many enemies I'm making. Got Fez. We can go on a mechanism now. Looks like the revolution is going to stay in the British Isles because nobody can mess with them, but the United States, the Kingdom of the United States, oh my god, Twigden. The Twigden dynasty, there's so many things wrong with that. Cantabria is going to... They're already Catholic, okay, whatever. I just don't want to have too much aggressive expansion, especially when I'm claiming the Kingdom of France for ourselves. Everybody will know A-E-I-O-U. Everything should be ruled by the Habsburgs. Despite our great adversaries, the modernized Russians, the great empire of the British, it is really just the Russians that we have to be worried about. Also, Chile being really powerful for some reason. Like, that's actually kind of cool. Like, is Chile the USA this timeline? Ugh. Gross. Oh my god, they took Danzig, but we took Garp. Haha. But it's not even the same war. All I want from you is cores of Africa's. What? There's that much development. Really? Okay, so then we have to go based off shape then. Like this. But not even that, because they don't have any of these cores. They have this. That's still a lot of war score. Feels like you Rome than Germany, yeah, but with all of our yeah, but I guess we're trying to convince people of our claim to the Holy Roman Empire by becoming the Western Roman Empire. What do you suggest we take? Just that. Castilian, Louisiana too, so just give them just a teensy little bitty piece of land. Or we do this and get a coalition of basically nobody with this and get a coalition of people that matter, but people who have truces with us. And it is interesting too that we're like pushing our claim to France. We are with a bunch of weird in-betweeners that we need to clean up, and also the fact that we own Constantinople. Yeah, it's a very interesting world. So Persian rugs are now something that people are vying for. 5 years left. Sweden's completely occupied. The United States is still a monarchy. New Russia! Oh my god. What do you mean there's a new Russia? What is this timeline? Why is there Russian stuff here now? Why is it Novgorodian? Oh my god, I'm losing my mind. Like, I actually made a monster. Like, how am I going to deal with the fact that they're so big? Oh, great. They took our flagship down, too. Oof. So they suggest just minor territorial gains. I suppose that makes sense. It would be nice to connect this. Just this. This little weird thing will just be ignored. The heck? German Matrix. Interesting. As this war goes on, we'll be able to get more and more war score. Just end it sooner, hopefully. Not supposed to be there. Maybe that's our cue to end the war. Nope. They're not gonna do it anymore because we're gonna lose the war goal. It's not upset, to be expected if I'm out doing side quests in Africa while I'm taking care of one of the biggest bosses that we've ever had to deal with. Not upset about that at all. He says, crying. I'm gonna piece out of this war now. We have cores because we're fighting so many of the cores in that person's Paris. Could convert them. I suppose we'll have to do that. Wow. Probably not worth doing it. But there we go. Provence is fighting them. Okay. Just getting more land, more war score off of Africa. That's good. We might win that naval engagement. That's also very good. Luxembourgian separatists? It's odd. Okay. I want the English expelled from the continent. I want the revolution contained to the islands if I can't do anything else. Eastern Rome? Maybe Eastern Rome, but we're also Germans and we're not shying away from that. We've like clearly subjugated the Eastern Romans. The fact that they still exist as Catholics and Protestant Orthodox over there, it's like maybe not the most realistic thing, but it is compelling. I might want to play Victoria 3, even though Victoria 2 is like kind of near and dear to me. Ugh, okay, well we won't even be able to core that, but maybe we'll just make them into a vassal. Okay, so they'll accept this now, but that means that we can take more, so we should take more. That's a good one to take. Zuarwa? Zyron? Zuara? Okay. What about Hodna? We can ask for that. Four years. Conversion complete. No religion. Atheist? Atheist Normandy. What? Whoa, whoa, whoa. You guys, look. Look. It's an independent Russian California. Oh my god. Ah! Yay, I was hoping for this. I was actually hoping for that to happen. Oh my god. A Russian American independent republic. Beautiful. What? The queen is dead. Joseph will need to lead our nation. Also, there's literal Englishmen in the Baltic. We gotta go take care of that. Gilman? What was that? Never seen that before. Four years left. We can peace out for that. Okay. But I also want that, but whatever. Just Austria, Hungary, and France. And now we can. Once they have to recalculate that though. Surely. Revolutionary Thracian. Eesh. Don't like that. Okay, now they are a lot more willing to concede territory. So, Moesian Liberty Desire again. Okay. It's probably because of the occupied... I mean, the lack of... Oh, jeez. What am I saying? The longer I stay at war with this, the less likely I'll be able to integrate Normandy. 7%? Never gamble. Okay, Africa is now slightly larger than it was before. Our only rival is Russia, but we can't do it until the very end. We can release a vassal. We cannot release a vassal. What? Huh? It's because we're converting? Leon, Malta, Hellas. Okay, so we can't... And we have over 100 wards overextension. Okay, well, here we go. Valois. Valois 2. Our dynasty. I'm gonna hate these. Good enough. Okay. Valois 2. Electric Boogaloo. Valois 2. Electric Boogaloo. It just makes no sense, but whatever. Hooray. Look at our empire. Entered a military coalition. Hopefully it doesn't trigger by the end of the game here. What the heck? I don't understand why people gotta gotta hate on me. I'm just trying to make the borders look pretty for my campaign. Why don't they get that? Russia, I understand you're upset that California is independent now, and you can take solace in the fact that you're buying back the colonies that they sold. I don't understand why this is happening. It's really weird. Savoy. Okay. I will yes man out the war just to, I don't know. I think that all of my European wars made sense. Maybe not this African one. I could have done without that, but. Okay, just convert as much as we can, stabilize everything, just take a look at the world. What's going on? California, still at war with our vassal. You could demand peace and then expand in New Castile, but California is so cool, I want to keep it. Bourbon's now facing revolutionary ideas again. Oh, Provence, look at that. Provence just annexed basically all of Tuscany. Where are they now? Hey, BITCH, you want to be my vassal? Let's have a vassal. Bavarian Tuscan War. Sure. Yeah, okay. This might be a disaster. I won't yes man this war out, but I will yes man the coalition war. And if we can get this war won, then not only could we get more if we annex this stuff, even just 2 provinces, we could connect France. So much for taking it peaceful. I'm just chilling out for the rest of the game. I really can't help myself, can I? I really gotta get into EU5, but oh my god, the Emperor's in the coalition against us now. So they started this 10 years ago, and we have the on. Force our ally to what? What the fuck, man? That's not cool. I'm literally defending them too. I don't get that. Like, is there a way to circumvent that? I might just like integrate them and then vassalize them. Whoa. Danziger War. I literally accepted, but I guess because I don't control it anymore. It's interesting. Are we negotiating? No, only for ourselves. Okay, so we gotta fight this to the end. It'd be nice if we could manage to get these guys out of the war, though. Oh god. Okay, that was something we should not have lost. Who's the Emperor of China? Wu? I'm surprised there's an Emperor of China still. Wow, Manchu became independent. Okay, that's a lot of Bavarians. It's more than just one proud Bavarian. It's a bunch of proud Bavarians. Gotta leave that war. That battle, at least. If I can keep... If I can stay into this war long enough for them... Okay. Another coalition war. I will be yes-manning that one out. A 2 powerful variant, yeah. Oh, wow. Holstein is in this war. They should probably... Yeah, coalition. Yes, man. Enabled. White peas. Right. Sorry, I know it's a little gamey, but I'm not too worried about that at this point. I can be a little more anal about that sort of stuff when I'm playing a different mega campaign. If I do another mega campaign at all, anyway. I just want to get this done. Dalmatia exists again? Oh, that. Huh. We're in the last months of gameplay. We're still in this war. I don't want this war to continue. I want to have a vassalage over this. I'm going to force this war to be done. I'm going to... is there a cheat for vassalizing? Okay, so there is. So, vassalize TUS. Great. Just makes sense to me, given the fact that we were just doing that, and July we can rival the Russians, and then that'll be the end of the EU4 campaign. It's going to be a really interesting time. French separatists rising up, that's funny. Can Valois too handle it? We could vassalize Scotland. But no, they broke alliance. We're not going to do that. Be cool if we could manage that in the Victoria 3, but the way that the story ended up this way, I really liked it. I thought it was cool. Okay. We finally have a good rival. We couldn't do that anyway, because somehow Scotland still has 100 development. It's because all these little things here. If we like role-played them away, it would make sense, but... Now we have the main rivalry set up. England somehow managed to not be relevant. English Louisiana wants to be... No, it doesn't. California wants Mexican territory. Peru somehow Uno reverse card on Chile. We don't have a truce with them. We could go in on them right now, but there's no point in that. Especially when we be fighting Colombia again. Russia has the Panama Canal. Here to start a fight. I can't do it. Oh yeah, it's really cool. Thanks for showing up for all the sessions. New Holland. Oh, would you look at that? And Australia exists. And they are French. And they're a kingdom. And they're the same dynasty as the Galicians. Oh, and there it is. Oh, okay, we had the 5th largest army, 12th largest navy, 3rd most provinces, 3rd highest province value, 4th highest income, 4th highest trade income. And then we have this entire log of everything that happened. And here we go. So, we were ranked number 2. Russia is the economic hegemon again. They somehow lost Manchuria. They got Vladivostok. Manchuria somehow has this. I don't understand anything that's happening in this silly game. Japan is being open door policied. The Red Horde is being slowly imperialized by Russia with weird exclaves. Hesse is big, Bavaria is big, and they have Piedmont as a vassal. We have a lot of North Italian territory. Provence has some stuff. We have a Tuscany that we can feed. We have connected our French Empire, the French part of our empire. We might have been able to integrate these guys, not really. But we have vassals in France. We have a very large empire in the Castilians. There is a united monarchy. They have good relations with us somehow. Russia owns a little bit everywhere. Iceland owns a part of Cuba. What the heck is going on? There's a Russian West Indies. The Russians own the Panama Canal. I don't know how many times I'll say that. Revolutionary England owns a sliver of California. Very crazy. Russia has a bunch of Canadian colonial territory, but it didn't cause a colony to be founded. Holstein is big. They have the Hanover, not the Hanover Canal, but that one. Dalmatia somehow exists again. Abbasids are fighting Orthodox zealots and Abbasid particularists. And if we had better priorities, we'd be dunking on them. Holstein's still alive? Yeah. I'm even thinking about in the converter, if there is a like trade deal between Holstein and Austria-Hungary, we give them Sweden, but not the northern German territories and Saarland. If they give us Holstein, they can keep Schleswig. That way we can potentially form Germany and Victoria 3. I think that there's like weird journal entry problems. Don't know how to really begin to explain what it is, what the problem is anyway. But this is going to be a very interesting game. Well, why should they give their whole country? Yeah, I guess their name Holstein, their namesake is here. It's because of a weird thing that's going on with the Victoria 3 conversion. I'm going to start the conversion. We can just hang out here for a bit. I should have named that something proper, like session 14. Okay. Oh, I see what you mean, yeah. Just the state of the two provinces that make up the northern German part of Holstein, so that they could form like Scandinavia. So I'm going to, for entertainment purposes, turn on observer mode while in the background I go to the Victoria 3 converter. I feed it the session 4. I tell it to imperialism, yeah. Any conversion converts provinces, yes. Gradually. Crash world economy method, use westernization status, okay. Downgrade 2 high tier countries, no. Split power blocks at the game start, let them form organically. Only the Holy Roman Empire. So, officially done. So now I want to try converting it. Now I'm going to update the Twitch thing to be checking out our save conversion. Can't you replay the campaign? Oh my god, you're right. I can't believe I forgot that. What button is that? Show timeline. Yeah, look at how crazily different the world was. Insane. Portugal was the personal union leader of all these countries here. Novgorod was only this. Everything was a warlord hellscape everywhere in the world. Portugal was big because it wasn't a part of the Holy Roman Empire. Yeah, let's do this. And you can see here, here's the Abbasid Persia thing. Or did I do that right away? Oh, we'll see, whatever. Hey. There, here we go. So while that's happening, I'm going to open up Victoria 3. Yeah, for some reason those places had no religions. So you can see when we started to get involved, there's Poland that became part of the vassalage. I think we like took over all of France and then we did a mission tree to cause them to break apart. We vassalized Volhynia here. We expanded Poland. We inherited Burgundy. We had Sicily. We're expanding that. Africa used to be humongous. Look at that. Even were the Muminid they were a vassal of Africa for a bit? Maybe? Interesting. Hellas existed for a second? What? I forget so much of this. Well, it's probably because at this point I was playing Russia. I wasn't even looking at what Austria was doing. Because of how many vassal princes there were, the imperial authority scaled so quickly that we were able to decentralize within like the first couple of years. So there's going to be loud Victoria 3 noises while I open up the way that the converter works. But you can see here Russia fighting them. We made Silesia a really big like march with a bunch of big protectorates there Cusco stayed independent for a really long time. I see. So Chile used to be civilian. Okay, sorry about that. Something that happens with that every once in a while. With my microphone. Then we started to scramble for China here. Then there wasn't a revolution in Hereford. There was revolutionary ideals spreading here. But then revolutionary England was formed. This is when we did all of our imperialism. It's when we took over all of the Norman Empire, because they controlled all that for some reason for that long. This is the time when we messed up things in Peru for them. This is when we started fighting back. This is when we're playing Austria. Yep. Just took over the Spanish Empire, lost all this territory. Russia got really big. There's a frog in my throat for some reason. California became independent. Chile is big. But Peru... Yeah, wait, wasn't Peru still at war? Let's close the timeline. No, they pieced out of that war and didn't gain any territory. Okay, that's really weird. Oh wow, and Austria lost Charka. Huh. So, check it out. Okay, we can close this now safely, because we can go to Victoria 3. Which currently does not have audio set up. And now we can do a new game. There. Okay, so now we're on Victoria 3. Okay, so Danubian state, very big. Valois 2, it actually exists. Normandy exists. Castile exists. United Sovereign Archduchy, California as an independent state. Chile is an independent state. Russian Republic owning little bits of everywhere in the world. Check this out. There's chartered companies as independent states. The Tartary Trade Company. This is like a protectorate. Oh yeah, it's a protectorate of the Russian-China Trade Company. Oh, this is going to be very, very, very interesting. Empire of China exists in a very rump form. Okay, so check this out. Joseph von Habsburg. He's a slaver. Great. Alright. We're number 2 world power. Russia's obviously number 1. With like double our population, bigger standard of living. Our literacy is awful. Literacy New Zealand is the most interesting. Nice to start as a slaver? Absolutely not nice at all. The worst, you could say. You should say, at least. Hold on, this is very loud for me. I don't know if it's loud for you guys too. Okay. So this is the weird thing. Okay, sorry for the big peak there. North Atlantic. Okay, so society. So yeah, the Hungarian culture exists, which is crazy to me. North German, South German, all of Bavaria's, Bohemia, South German. We have a bunch of South Germans here. Journal, potential Germany. First off, that little Tyrolean Free State in England. Yeah, soon I'll become a failed painter, yeah. That makes it so Eastern Anglia is a part of Germany. Then there's these little regions that used to be German, I guess, so they still exist as German states. Then there's the hegemony, which is like actually really not that much of a difference. Somehow this is a hegemony. But if we do go for Germany, no unification candidates. It's a country considered viable for unifications. The conditions for who qualifies for a unification candidate varies. It varies because in order to become one, you need to have the German national identity. The German nation spreading. Do you have a nation spreading? Okay, we'll activate it this, but... Okay, so if we wait a second... Oh yeah, look at this. So this is going to be annoying. All those places are going to leave the Holy Roman Empire because it's a power block. It's a very big power block. But because the leader of it is such a small state, nobody wants to be a part of it. How do I take over? Does anyone know how to play this game? I don't know how to play this game. Provence. Interactions. Look at all this. 2. Oh my god, it's so laggy. Oh, do you see this? Can we even operate with this? Oh my god. Ugh. Okay. Oh my god. This is real. This is all real. This is how the converter's handling everything right now. I'm not even touching anything right now. Not touching anything. I tried unpausing. What is this? Yeah, I want to try EU4 to VIC2 converter download. EU4 to VIC2. Okay, no, I don't have it already installed. Releases 1.0 Wallachia. Let's how do I do this? Download the zip. Okay. So while I'm still trying to unpause the dang game, I literally cannot even interface with the game. I'm going to try a Victoria 2 conversion. Oh my god. Okay, so I did unpause for like maybe a second. Now I need to go into my downloads and try to install this converter. Let's extract it here. It's taking a little minute here. I wanted to switch country to an observer. Okay, that makes it better. Steadfast Union. The Danubian state is a very interesting mess. It's such a mess. This is the Supreme Alliance has now formed, so now we can look at the power blocks. Look at how pathetic the Holy Roman Empire is. It's a shame because it'd be really cool if we managed to get Victoria 3 to work. What happened to the extract to here? Extract files to desktop. New folder. Okay, try that. How bad is the economy? How do I even tell? GDP, literacy. Oh yeah, look at this. Russia with that much population is 58% literacy. How insane is that? Scenario editor. Oh wow. What's going on here? Where does it keep going? Extract all here. So it's taking, like, I don't understand why it's taking forever. Okay. We can look at the cultures more in the world too. Did infamy transfer over? No, it didn't. Do I need help? No, I think I'm okay. It's just something wrong with my computer. Maybe it's because it's trying too many things at once. Moesian Kosovo. Dalmatian as a Greek culture group. Interesting. Harvest conditions. Moderate rainfall. What the heck? That's crazy that they made that. So Texas as a subject of... Wow, they're almost independent. Castile. Castile, almost a vassal of the Danubian Empire. So we could, like, lose our empire here. But, Austro-Hungarian Brazil is doing okay. Bolivia, that's, I guess so. Bolivia wants to be a dominion. What about Colombia? No, they're okay. They're pining towards annexation. England is rank 3 world power. Very interesting. Why is it taking so long? EU4 to Czechoslovakia. I think it exists right now. Yeah, I might already have it, but WinRAR is just superior, I suppose. So you guys enjoy that time lapse. I'm gonna try finding what I need to. Save game, E4 documents directory. Yeah. Okay, mods, no. Dead is dead. Turn colonial nations into territories, never their puppets. Sometimes set by attitude. Let's do that. If sometimes in previous question, when exactly? Absorb loyal only. Should population be shaped to EU4's advances? Dev push for more people. Shaping factor 100. Auto assign national cores. Yes, unification is nigh. Make it Eurocentric. Yes. Sub-Saharan Africa. It's free real estate. No, don't touch Wakanda. Okay. Vic 2 attempt. Randomize RGOs. Absolutely not. Cultural conversion, nobility, and merchants. What the heck is this? Make hybrid mod with do not enable base mod. Yeah, I want HPM included. Okay, what's going on here? Wallachian Revolution. How are the power blocks going? It's interesting that Sweden still exists as a vassal. Sovereign empire is definitely the way to go for them. Why is cohesion so low? Leverage generation. This is because power block lowest relations, Normandy. Okay. So if they had better relations, then they'd be more stable. Why is it so bad? It's a very interesting dynamic that's been developed here. Coalition of states. The Red Horde is really cool. Joseph von Habsburg has come of age. The world is resting on his shoulders. Hesse is only a minor power. Very minor power as well. What is the world ranking? I can't tell. Oh, okay. I need to find HPM. Yeah, never mind. But I kind of need HPM though. Historical project mod. Download. Download now. Then I take HPM, I go to Victoria 3, Victoria 2. I can find the path for that in library Steam apps. Mod. Copy paste. No, already, okay. Sorry everybody. Or just term for that matter. Take HPM, extract here. So now we're waiting for HPM to install. So now let's switch back into Austria. Oh God, okay. Oh Jesus. Alright. So, input shortages, ammunition. So significant demand for ammunition. We have infamy for some reason. We have very low everything. Journal. German national identity. So look. We'll complete if the fervor of South German is this. Okay. Potential poverty crisis. Acquisition of Alaska? That is crazy. Okay. So the government's really good because everybody is like this, but what if we got... Can we even invite anybody? Only show available. Start a cultural minority. Because he's French. Interesting. At the gates. Who's this guy? Abolitionist movement. Okay. It's just a shame. I really want to play Victoria 3. Yeah, I want to check back on how the converter's downloading, or at least the mod HPM is downloading. Is it done? Maybe done. HPM mod. So let's try this again. Converter. I would like to use HPM. Okay, now it's actually starting. Okay, so now we can check. Now we can compare Victoria 2 once it's done. I really wanted the Danubian state to form Germany and the Holy Roman Empire. That would be really awesome. Plus, this guy's a slaver. Like, what a terrible ideology. What is Zematij? North Carolina. What? North Carolina, country and Russian market. Novgorodian Floridian. Oh my god, it's insane. I think there's like decisions if you like take this stuff that you can like make Mexico big. Now, how's Cuba doing? Yeah, where are people migrating to? Mass migration attraction. West Indian, Norman, Arabic, Latin, Anatolian. It's really interesting. Mecklenburgian, Northern German, Granadan. This is really cool. Time to open up Victoria 2. Do I even have the ability to stream Victoria 2? Yeah, I have it set up. Converted Vic 2 attempt. Okay. So apologize if there's loud noises. Oh, I haven't even set up borderless for Victoria 2. This is crazy. Oh god, and it's like, oh, it's like really bad size of image too. This is crazy. Loading history files. I'm pretty sure don't have the HPM mod on when using the converter mod. Yes. It just takes the HPM mod and then like merges it. You don't need to run both mods. Yeah, thank you. I knew that, but I appreciate you telling me. So just hanging out now. Can't do anything while it's processing the flags. My wife just roasted me really hard. I was like, I don't know where I put this one thing. It just sends like a 2-second video of her like panning the camera over to find it. Okay, so now when I tabbed out, it works again. What's going on now? There's a Provence radical revolt. Interesting. There's a Navarran radical revolt. It appears like the Springtime of Nations is occurring. Russia isn't annexing all these little states when they totally could, and nobody knows why. Albania is not a vassal. It is a vassal of Lower Lotharingia as a protectorate. This is a... Oh my god, Bourbon. The Danubians vassalized the Bourbons. Let's go. That's awesome. I love that. Okay, but now let's look at what Victoria 2 is doing. Can you see this? I'm loading into it right now. And now I can't even click on Victoria 2? Okay. Well, I'm glad you made clips, but if I can't even tab into Victoria 2, then there's a problem. So I guess that's it for this session. Well, thank you, everybody, Term, Amethyst, for tuning in till the very end. It's a very interesting world, and I am looking forward to seeing how everything turns out. So, goodbye.